ゴンなのか。キルは
Hey guys, it's Ash here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 20 WTF transformations in anime. For this list, we'll be looking at the most jaw-dropping anime power-ups that are more freaky than impressive.
Hey Mojoholics! For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern only at WatchMojo.com/play.
Number 20. A Cow Goes Moo. You're being summoned, Azael. Moloch may look cute and all, but as Rinko learns the hard way, he's a tough demon to please. Once he's been summoned, not even Rinko's specialty curry can stop him from doling out some maniacal payback. So what does this all-powerful demon lord do to her? Well, he turns her into a cow. Not even a mutated one either, just a plain, normal cow inside of her everyday human clothing. Moloch and his lackeys then break into an off-kilter rendition of Old MacDonald Had a Farm, ensuring that the only thing this transformation hurts is our eardrums. Remind us of what this punishment was supposed to do again? Number 19. Losing a few pounds. Kiss him, not me. Boys love her, girls want to be her, and personal trainers wish she'd never been born. She's Kai Serinuma, but it wasn't always that way. Just last week, she was the nerdy girl in class with a bit of extra junk in the trunk. Then her favorite character in anime died, and she locked herself away in a grief-stricken hibernation. When she finally emerged, Serinuma had slimmed down into the school's newest it girl.
There's something wrong with the my baby girl! It really is you!
That's freaky!
Turns out, you don't actually need to diet or exercise to lose weight. You just have to spend a week mourning a fictional character. Don't ask us how it works. Even Serinuma herself doesn't quite get it.
Are you really Serinuma?
You're like a totally different person! How'd you do it?
That's crazy!
Please stop!
Number 18. They grow up so fast. Hunter x Hunter. Gon is usually a pretty forgiving guy, but when the Chimera ant Neferpito tears through one of his friends, he gets mad. Really, really mad. So mad, in fact, that he uses the power of Nen to skip puberty and go right to the muscle-clad phase in his life. In comparison to your average anime power-up, forcibly aging yourself is certainly creative, and apparently quite effective too. Gon bypassed any and all growing pain, and got right to the part where he pounds Neferpito into ant guts. They definitely had it coming, but it's still scary to see a happy-go-lucky kid turn into a stone-faced killing machine. Number 17. We call bull. Black Clover. Not even buildings are immune to the blight of weird anime conversions. That's right, instead of using their wizardry on a traditional magical girl transformation, the Black Bulls look towards their base of operations. You can probably guess the animal they turned it into. Hey, at least it's on brand. Once you get past how utterly ridiculous it is, the bull mech turns out to be pretty helpful in fights. It has plenty of cannons and can fly too. Still, the Black Bulls are consistently the laughingstock of the wizarding community, and bizarre stunts like this really don't help their case. Number 16. It takes one to know one. Redline. Up against a planet-destroying bioweapon, Colonel Volton decided to fight fire with fire, or in this case, monster with monster. And who better to be the test subject than Volton himself?
You like getting your tentacles on fresh data, don't you, my dear? Very well then, proceed.
Just so we're on the same page, this guy's grand plan to save the world from a hazardous monster was to turn himself into a brand new one. Questionable decision-making aside, this scene really stands out because of how unflinchingly gruesome it is. Redline's remarkable animation showcases every tiny detail of Volton's contorting body. It's up to you whether that's a good or a bad thing. Either way, no one can say Volton wasn't committed to the cause, that's for sure.
You morons! The Redline Racers are still alive! Go after them now!
Number 15. Flesh Wound. Akira. When Tetsuo's psychic powers become too much for his body to handle, the only solution is to, of course, make more room. Unfortunately for Tetsuo, that idea turned into a scene that you'll want to watch through slitted fingers. His body grows and grows until he's nearly crushed inside a mass of his own flesh. But it doesn't stop there either. He just keeps expanding until poor Kaori gets sucked in. There aren't words to describe just how horrifying it is to watch someone succumb to their own powers, especially when it's presented with as much detail as it is in Akira. Number 14. A practical transformation to Loveru. There's a guy taking over the world with afros, and that's not even the most bizarre part of this episode. Nope, that honor belongs to Kyoko's cat, Shironeko. Once its owner realizes Earth needs saving, the feline reveals its ability to turn into magical clothes. The same clothes that Kyoko herself then puts on her head, chest, and waist. Sure, it's one of the more practical transformations out there, but it also brings up a whole slew of questions that we don't want to think about. Apparently the show didn't either. It never clarifies whether Shironeko is still sentient in that form or not, and that's probably for the best. Number 13. Switcheroo. Natsuru went to bed as a boy and woke up as a girl. Some magical shenanigans happened overnight, and he woke up with a different body. Somehow that's not even the end of it. Apparently Natsuru isn't just any girl, he's a camper. That means he has to go around battling people who had the same thing happen to them. Yeah, Natsuru isn't the only one. On the bright side, they're not forced into that form forever. But that just seems like an excuse to justify the repeated use of a very spicy transformation scene. If you're confused, just imagine how Natsuru feels. Number 12. Devilish Behavior. Panty and stocking with garter belts. These two angels were kicked out of heaven, and after this, we can see why. First off, they're fighting a ghost made of human defecation. And second, they do it by transforming their bodies, their attitude, and the show's entire animation style.
Let's rock.
Suddenly, Panty and Stocking's blocky proportions are replaced with high-detailed, voluptuous bodies. Not that we're complaining. And they get stripper poles. You know, just for good measure. Did we mention this happens as early as the first episode? It's one hell of a first impression, but considering that these two make weapons out of lingerie, we shouldn't even be surprised.
Now keep your promise and go buy me that cake. I need sweet stat.
Yeah, look, I found a tasty little treat for me too.
Whatever you say, man, you're an angel.
You still have a punishment to face.
Number 11, Digivolve into a squid. Digimon Frontier. There's a lot to love about Ranamon. She's a cool villain, she's got unique elemental powers, and she's easy on the eyes. There was no reason to believe that her evolutions would be any different. But when she finally showed off her beast form, it turned out to just be a squid. Granted, a squid with some very defined feminine parts, but a squid nonetheless. Let's just say anyone who was watching Digimon Frontier for the eye candy was left sorely disappointed by Calamaramon. It's a real shame that, in order to take out this ugly squid, Ranamon had to go down too.
Ready, boys?
Number 10. Does this come in a men's size? Is this a zombie?
みんなバカだな。
We're not sure how much bad luck can befall one person, but Ayumu is up there with some of the most unfortunate characters in all of anime. Killed by a serial killer only to be resurrected as a zombie? Well, yeah, that sucks.
シャーラスタ
春菜
バイアムが変身しろ
Absorbing the powers of a magical girl and having to take on the threat of a giant squid with a chainsaw? Well, that's, wait, what? Yeah, in order to stop the show from entering hentai territory, Ayumu has to go full-on magical girl, revealing miniskirt and all right in front of his entire school. Number 9. Too Many Muzzles. Arakawa under the bridge.
かわいいやつね嬉しそうに収縮してやがるぜ何これ超キモい
Granted, every day under this damn bridge is a crazy one, but we think this particular exchange takes the cake. In an effort to become stronger, the wimpy Tetsuo trains under the petite but vicious Stella until he's jacked with more muscles than sense. Things only escalate from there, as Tetsuo's growing mass combined with his pride leads to a slugfest against Stella. This results in them both growing so many muscles, they're essentially titans.
愛する男
このために磨き上げたこのナイスボディにはの
The only thing that can stop their rampage? Tetsuo's younger brother, who shows him that love means more than muscles, by absorbing all of said muscles into himself.
行くよ筋肉たち兄ちゃんを助けに
Number 8. Whatever the hell is going on here? Dog days.
っていうかベッキーも参戦してみればいいのに
そうベッキーにもやってほしかった
We've all seen our fair share of young ladies transformed into skimpy superheroes. That being said, we have to question what in the hell is going on here. After Rebecca finds herself teleported to a fantastical kingdom, she's offered the chance to become its champion.
そうじゃお主じゃレベッカ
There's just one little problem. Her transformation sequence is, well, to be honest, we have no idea what the hell happens. She becomes part robot? She gets, like, felt up by robotic tendrils? And that is not how you use a broom. Number 7. Leather Club's 2 blocks down. Kill la Kill. And you thought Ryuko's costume of choice was out there. As the muscle behind the student council, we all expected Gamaguri's Goku uniform to come armed with one hell of a lot of firepower. We weren't wrong per se, but we still weren't expecting his suit strength to come from bondage.
いくらあがこうと貴様に勝機はない。学生の本分を知っておとなしく俺の粛清を受けろ。しばきの層
With everything from whips to ball gags, Gamaguri's durability and pushback was so strong that he certainly gave Ryuko a run for her money. The only drawback is you have to listen to him moan in bliss.
いいぞそうだもっとだ攻められれば攻められるほど俺の硬さは増し削りする
Number 6. A twin tail obsession. Gonna be the twin tail. An ordinary boy, a powerful destiny, an epic quest of magic and monsters as he finds himself granted the power to battle against an incoming threat. Tell us more, I hear you ask.
Wait, that voice! Is that really me?
Well, you see, our brave hero Soji has been tasked with defeating the dreaded Dragildy by employing the power of twin tails. We're not kidding. Our hero literally turns into a twin-tailed girl in order to take down a villain who has a twin-tail fetish, and the whole thing is done totally straight-faced. Number 5. Magical Man. Maho Shoujo Ore.
私と契約して魔法少女にならへんか
You want to talk about turning genres on their heads? How about instead of having our adorable lead transform into a dazzling bringer of smiles and sickly cuteness, she turns into a massive, bulky dude in the most unflattering outfit imaginable. This is the hilarious hell that Saki finds herself in when she takes on the call to become a magical girl in order to protect her beloved crush, who is actually way more into her new beefy form. Number 4. Fish Cake House Battle Armor. Bobo Bobo Bobo.
That's it! Then we have no choice! We have to open up a roving fish restaurant!
Given how this show throws one nonsensical gag after another at us, we shouldn't be that perplexed when we see the afro-wielding defender of hair pull this stunt out of his ass. In order to take on yet another vicious foe, Bobobo employs a devastating new set of armor in order to finish the fight.
Let me explain one thing to you.
Said armor just so happens to be made up of the remaining parts of a fish stall and one of its customers.
Unified, complete! Fish Cake House Battle Armor!
Not sure how practical it would be to act as a human shield, but we can think of worse career choices. Number 3, Auto Babes Roll Out. Henki Shoujo. Now, we're not exactly experts when it comes to automobiles or the inner workings of the human anatomy, but we have the smallest inkling, just the smallest, that when a girl guzzles down gas, she's not meant to transform into a car. In what has to be one of the weirdest premises put to anime, and that's saying a lot, our lovable cast of ladies overcome daily nuisances by chugging back the contents of an engine and turning themselves into vehicles. Because why the hell not? Number 2, what happens on the island stays on the island. Mr. Osamatsu. The filthy neats are back, and this time they have truly lost the plot.
Oi! Oh, お前それトイレットペーパーだよね。なんでそんなもん持ってんの？
After crash landing on an island, things start to go a little crazy as the Matsuno brothers and their friends find themselves fighting over the last of the toilet paper. How to settle such a dispute? An endless amount of transformations, of course. As the desire to wipe grows stronger, Osamatsu and the rest cycle through all the forms they can get away with without being sued, including cameos from both Street Fighter and Dragon Ball Z. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the most unorthodox magical girl ever, Dragon Ball Super.
それこの私ブリアンデシャトーに行っているのかしら
The Tournament of Power gave us no end of wild, weird, and wonderful new characters for Goku and company to go against. But by far, the ones that left us the most stunned were the combatants of Universe 2.
夢と魔法で愛の一撃ザブト変身完了
Fueled by the power of love, we were a little taken aback to see Zerloin and company trade in their macho bodies for something a little more feminine, but that was nothing compared to the first time Brienne unleashed her true power, where the results of which were, well, different. Don't stare too long though, she's got enough power to roast a planet.
みんなの幸せ愛をお届けリブリアン変身完了。
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.